So, you're looking for the best gaming laptop of 2018? In this video, we're going to cover the top 3 best cheap and affordable gaming laptops with great build quality, solid performance, at a price that most of us can afford. But will they be able to run Crysis? Let's find out. Welcome back, my friends. Robin here on Ships Media, and in this video we're going to cover the best cheap gaming laptops for 2018. Now, it needs to be said that these 3 laptops are equally fantastic in different ways, so the list shouldn't be judged as a top 3 list where number 1 being the best, since they are equally good for different gaming scenarios. A question before we get things going: how much are you willing to pay for a gaming laptop? Please let me know in the comments below. Now, on this channel I cover a variety of gaming related peripherals and PC components such as headsets, headphones, mics, monitors, and so on. So if you're interested in tech reviews, consider subscribing, alright? Now, once again, I want to know, guys, how much are you willing to pay for a gaming laptop? Let me know in the comments below. Now, before we jump into today's topic, I want to let you know how this top 3 list of laptop essentially was crafted. So I've been looking at several sets of factors such as popularity of the laptop by other gamers, general build quality, the screen type, the performance of the panel in fast-paced gaming scenarios, other reviews on the net, the components inside the laptop, and how good the laptop is of getting rid of heat. Also, price in terms of what you get, the keyboard, as well as my own opinion, of course. Now, gaming laptops made out of plastic that feels cheap and low budget might not make it on this list simply because of build quality and my own and other general gamers' opinions. I do believe that a gaming laptop in 2018 should be able to stand against normal wear that comes from hours and hours of gaming, and cheap plastic has a tendency of not handling that very well. Anyway, I think you get my point here. With that said, who am I to talk about this? Well, first off, I've been a gamer since I can remember. I'm a tech junkie and I worked in the gaming peripheral scene in the past. I've also built an overclock computers for 12 years, and I have a good understanding what to look for and what to avoid. Now, all links to each and every laptop mentioned in this video can be found down in the description. Now, with that said, I think it's time to kick things off. Top 3 budget gaming laptops under $1,000. On place 3 we will find ACER Predator Helios 300. For under $1,000 you get a 15.6 inch 1080p ISP anti-glare display from LG with minimal backlight bleeding and Intel's latest 7th generation Core i7 known as the Kaby Lake architecture. More specifically, we're looking at the Core i7 7700 HQ. Now, talking clock speeds, we are looking at a base clock of 2.8 GHz and turbo goes all the way up to 3.8 GHz. We got 4 cores and 8 threads. Now, if you didn't quite get all of that, don't worry. It is a really fast CPU, frankly one of the fastest for gaming right now. That's all you need to know. Now, talking about the case, the looks of the ACER Predator Helios 300 fits perfectly in the design of the rest of the Predator series. We are looking at the predominant color of black with some nice red details. However, ACER has decided to leave out the fancy lights and the red details on the display case, and around the touchpad are not illuminated. I personally think it looks awesome. The main material is plastic with aluminum details on the top of the base unit. Unfortunately, fingerprints are easily visible on black surfaces, although this can easily be removed with a cloth. On graphics side, we are looking at a full-fledged GeForce GTX 1060 with 6 gigs of GDDR5. Kaby Lake Core i7 together with a GTX 1060 should give you plenty of power to run any game in high presets, and in a lot of titles you're gonna be able to crank the settings all the way up to ultra settings at a stable frame rate of 60 FPS. Is there anything else? Well, ACER has worked a lot on the custom cooling to prevent the components from throttling, and the red backlit keyboard is great if you you like laptop keyboards with that crisp tactile bump for gaming and the writing, it works great. The build quality in general is definitely in the higher end segment. Also 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM gives you plenty of memory, even more memory than the average user is going to allocate, so you won't be needing to upgrade that. Probably never. And also you get a 256 gigs rapid fast SSD as well. Now, is there anything to complain about? Nah, I wouldn't say that, although you are going to be needing something to store all your games on, since the SSD is going to get filled up rather quickly. However, the Predator comes with a storage bay that allows for installation of a secondary 2.5-inch hard drive. Finally, on connectivity, we're looking at a single gigabit Ethernet port, a single USB 3.1 Type-C, HDMI 2.0 that supports 4K at 60 Hz, another USB 3.0, an SD card reader, as well as another 2 USB 2.0 ports, and finally a 3.5 audio jack. This is one of the best laptops that you can get right now at this price. Link is down in the description, guys. Have fun, you're going to love this device. Alright, now moving on into place 2, we find Dell's latest INSPIRON, more specifically the Dell INSPIRON 15 7577. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit less eye-catching and bulky than the Predator HELIOS, Dell's latest INSPIRON gaming laptop might just be for you. At the same price, you get somewhat similar performance with a few differences. You get a 15.6 1080p ISP LG anti-glare display with almost no backlighting whatsoever. It's a really good display, a Core i5 7300 HQ from Intel's latest 14nm architecture Cable Lake generation with a base clock of 2.5 GHz and turbo all the way up to 3.5 GHz. The 7th generation Core i5 rocks 4 cores and 4 threads. The graphics card is from Nvidia's latest 10th series Pascal, more specifically the GTX 1060 Max-Q. More on that a little bit later. 8 gigs of DDR4, and finally we got a 128 gigs SSD as well as a 1 terabyte mechanical drive to store all the games that apparently nowadays takes up a shit ton of space. Now, going back to the graphics card and the GTX 1060 Max-Q, the Nvidia GeForce GTX 1060 with Max-Q design is a mobile high-end GPU from the Pascal series. It is designed for thin and light laptops and about 10 to 15% slower than the regular GTX 1060, so it's a similar chipset of the GTX 1060 but with lower clock speed and a driver that is optimized for efficiency to ultimately save you battery life and avoid hot temperatures. It comes with a sacrifice of less performance. You should expect around 15% less performance compared to the full-fledged GTX 1060. Although the performance impact is visible, it is something you shouldn't care too much about. As a result, you get a sleeker and cooler case with less fan noise and throttling. And while we're talking performance, you should be able to leave the settings of your favorite game at high in many titles, where in a few demanding titles, medium might be more suitable for a solid 60 FPS experience. On connectivity, we are looking at a gigabit Ethernet port, 3 USB 3.1 ports, an SD card reader, a 3.5 combo audio jack, a single USB Type-C plus Thunderbolt 3, and a HDMI 2.0 port. Moving on to the case, build quality is absolutely excellent around the base, and the center of the keyboard remains absolutely rigid even when applying pressure, and there's almost no creaking and gaps between materials, which is quite rare at this price point. Now if you're looking for a rapid fast gaming laptop with a fantastic ISP display with a rather beefy battery that by the way should last you several hours of gaming on the go, then the Dell Inspiron 7000 is definitely for you. You might have to upgrade the RAM along the way, but yeah, that's about it. This laptop will definitely keep you running for years without lags and hiccups. Link can be found down below. One of the best gaming laptops so far. Alright, and finally on place 1 we do find MSI GL62M 7REX. If you're looking for something a little bit lighter to carry around on the go, the MSI GL62M 7REX is definitely for you. Unless you have a sky-high budget, getting that ideal gaming laptop will unfortunately always attract a few compromises. The MSI GL62M 7REX is one of those systems that satisfy that premise, but not prohibitively so. The GPU is fairly new to the gaming scene, but unfortunately it doesn't meet the recommended threshold for virtual reality headsets, if you care about that at all, and it cannot produce the same frame rate as seen from similar price competitors like the ACER Predator Helios 300 for example. Now you gotta keep in mind this laptop sits at a price that is around $100 cheaper. Nevertheless, the base specification does not sound bad. We got a Kaby Lake quad-core processor, an NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti, we got 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM, as well as a 126 gig SSD, as well as a 1 terabyte hard drive for storing all your games. Now combined with this slightly thinner and lighter profile and a weight about 2.3 kilograms or 5.3 pounds, makes it appealing for folks who needs to play on the move. It is the lightest portable laptop on this list. The body is mostly matte black plastic with a thin red accent on the rear, joining the dual fan grills. MSI laptops are meant for expandability, and to achieve that you have to remove the underside. I gotta say, I really like the design, and the plastic doesn't feel cheap in any way, and if you're looking for something to even carry around in your office, this piece of device is definitely one of those gaming laptops. It is unfortunately just the red backlit keyboard from SteelSeries that might scare a few away. Thankfully the backlighting can be switched off. Talking about the keyboard, this is one of the best gaming keyboards I've tried on mobile devices in a while. It's responsive and it has a tactile feedback, which I'm a fan of. Performance wise, we're looking at a machine that is capable of running games in medium to high at a solid 60 FPS cap, where less GPU demanding games such as Overwatch runs all the way up to Ultra with a few tweakings. 8 gigs of RAM might be on the lower end side of things, but can easily be upgraded along the road if needed. It is definitely not a deal breaker, but 16 gigs is always nice to have. Storage wise, we're looking at a 126 gigabyte SSD plus a 1 terabyte 5400 RPM mechanical drive. Obviously a mid-range 1050 Ti powered system isn't expected to deliver butter smooth frame rate like its high-end GPU competitors, but if you're considering the MSI 7REX, you should be content with the resolutions it delivers. Battery is not as good as on the Dell Inspiron, but you should be able to crank at least 3.5 hours with continuous gaming on it. It is a little disappointing knowing that the Dell Inspiron was able to hold almost 6 hours, but despite the battery life, this is one of the best portable gaming laptops out there right now, and at this compelling price tag, it is one of the best laptop deals that you can make right now in terms of value. And yeah, that's it guys. Now all links to each and every gaming machine can be found down in the description. I also decided to throw in a few extra bonus options that didn't really make it on the top 3, but options that, yeah, I really dig as well. A question: what do you care the most about on a gaming laptop? Let me know in the comments below, and also if you're looking for the best gaming mousepad as well as the best best budget gaming headset or gaming headphones, have a peek down in the description. I've lined up those videos for you guys as well. Now there is a ton of videos in the pipe for you guys if you're looking for the best budget monitor, headset, keyboard, headphones, and even more. Consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to tap that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any uploads on my end. As I said, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Robin on Ships Media. Until next time, guys, have an awesome day. Alright, bye.